Oh, wow. Mr. Easy with Palanga. That's a brand new video right there. When did you drop? A couple of days ago?
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I love the camel
it
too.
Yes, we do. Now, guys, whether you're a music lover, a fashion lover, a movie lover, or a lover of old school music, right here on Entertainment Splash is where we meet all your entertainment needs.
Yeah, so we just always have something in there for everyone. We are cool like that. So welcome to Nollywood Tuesday edition of Entertainment Splash, people, where we hook you up with the latest in the movie industry.
And of course, there's a touch of music in the mix too, as usual. Welcome, people. This is Royal Highness and His Planets. I go by the name King OJ, but you can call me OJ. That's what it is.
It is what it is! That makes me happy. I don't know why. All right, you know, it's your girlfriend next door. It's the jewel in the crown. It's the hostess with the mostest. My name is Honeypot. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Yes.
Oh, no, don't go there. No.
What is Frenchie?
Oh, French.
Let's just focus for a bit. My name is Amanda Dara, and as usual, you know that my name changes every day. But today, you can call me Dara. Yes.
Now, don't confuse us. I would just speak to Mandy the Flyer.
Is it your name?
No.
I said that I love Mandy the Flyer.
Don't call her Mandy the Flyers.
Today is Dara, okay?
It's Dara.
Yes.
Is it because Flyers is there? And for your own sake, you don't want Flyers to be there. All right, guys, we have a thrilling Tuesday in store for you today. Look forward to today's entertainment stories coming out very soon. Then celebrity birthday shout-outs. Then a quick history lesson of this day in entertainment history on Rewind.
Then, of course, on Tweetville, OJ will take us through all the crazy and funny stuff happening on social media, after which we joined on the couch by a Nollywood producer and a Nollywood, of course, a producer.
Yes, later on, we will rant away our worries on the Chew It Off segment. After that, you get the entertainment news recap. Then some lucky winners will win the rest of our movie tickets, courtesy Wow Multi-Use Detergent. On
Daily Top 5, we'll take a look at 5 voices behind 5 popular animation films as we prepare to wrap up, and then I will bring you, who and who now?
On the
Me
button, yeah.
and who?
Me.
We'll bring you some movies and the movies. So let's get started, guys. We'll see you guys in a bit. Yay! Thank you so much for staying here with us, and we move straight into the entertainment news. So we have this first one here. Remake of Nneka the Pretty Serpent is in the works. Nollywood classic movie Nneka the Pretty Serpent is getting a remake, and it will be produced by Charles Opaleke, the brain behind the Living in Bondage remake. Charles Opaleke took to his Instagram page to make the announcement, where he posted a possible cover for the remake with the caption, "We have been waiting to announce this. Nneka is back, and this time she is going for the juggler." Ooh. According to sources, Charles Okwaleke has even acquired the rights to remake 2 other Nollywood classics, Glamour Girls and Rattlesnake. Nneka the Pretty Serpent is a 1992 Nollywood classic that was produced by Okechukwu Ogunjiofo and directed by Zeb Ejiro. He starred Ndidi Obi as the lead character, Yukiri Anunobi, Kanayo, Ngozi Ezeonu, Rita Nzelu, and others. Guys, are you excited about this?
Super excited, especially with the fact that he has a success record with Living in Bondage.
Right?
And yeah, so with
But don't
that,
you think they're going to overdo it?
No, I actually do not.
You know that thing you say, OJ, about your classics and then the remaking and all that you got away with one, doesn't mean you'll get away with others?
Yes, actually. I think so.
Right about now, I think I want to say Nneka the Pretty Serpent a remake. I don't think that statement was made for all those Nollywood movies, Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
This is Nollywood. There's nothing, I don't think there's any way you can get it wrong doing a remake of something that's already been done before. And I'm super excited about this one. At least you're bringing back a whole lot of movies that people used to watch back then, but bringing a new twist to it. The new school twist. And aside Charles Opaleke posting this, Munachi Abi posted a picture on Twitter alongside the lead character, that's the Nneka the Pretty Serpent lady. She posted a picture with the lady and said, Nneka the Pretty Serpent or nah. So I'm already thinking. I'm already thinking that she might be the one that will play Nneka the Pretty, but no, I do not want that.
Why? She did so well in Living in Bondage.
Yeah.
Why?
But Munachi to play that character, well, I
You know,
don't
if
know.
they told you that Munachi would play that character in Living in Bondage to you, might be at first like, but
To
when
be
we saw her,
honest,
she did well.
I actually feel like they shouldn't make the mistakes of using the same
same set of
cast
people.
from Living in Bondage in this Nneka the
The other
Pretty
people.
Servant, because I feel like it's a pattern that happens in the Nollywood industry. Now they killed it with Living in Bondage, especially with this new act that everybody kept talking about. Now we need new, fresh
The
faces.
reason I'm afraid, you know that thing you're always saying about classics
And that
in
is-
other climes.
that is
I'm afraid.
Hollywood.
I hope that they don't spoil it for us.
Well,
for
it's
Nollywood,
surprising that
nothing.
you're saying that because you are one huge fanatic
Yes.
of Living in Bondage, and they killed
I just
it.
hope that they're not going to, like, I'm just scared.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want it, but I just want it to be done well.
We'll get the
don't
special
worry.
effects right now. You will see the snake. The snake will look real. Hopefully, the
That's so
snake will look real this time. That what you saw back then that was scary, but when you look at it now, you say,
What
why
is-
was I scared for this rubbish?
My question is, what is there to lose? I
Yeah,
mean, you
true
have
that.
better cameras, you
Yeah.
have better directors, you have more actors
Special
on board,
effects.
you have special effects now. So I don't think there's anything to lose by doing a remake of
We are
this
keeping
one.
our fingers crossed and our eyes peeled. We are definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Yes, moving on to the next story. Monique calls out Oprah Winfrey. Yes, American actress and comedian Monique has called out television host Oprah Winfrey for always trying to pull down black people when they get into terrible situations. She made this claim in a lengthy Instagram post where she called out Oprah for being hypocritical for her involvement in the hashtag #MeToo documentary on Russell Simmons and Michael Jackson. Monique wrote, and I quote, "Dear Oprah, I felt compelled to write you this open letter after observing the disparity in the way that you seem to treat people who were accused of the same allegations. You did an interview on the CBS Morning Show and were asked about Harvey Weinstein by Nora O'Donnell, and you said, as it pertained to him, that you always try to look at the rainbow in the clouds, whatever is the silver lining. You also said, if we make this all about Harvey Weinstein, then we have lost the moment. When you either are or we're going to be a part of the documentary on Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, how is it that not making it about them? Interestingly, brother MJ was acquitted and deceased, so how is it not off limits? Russell and Harvey accused of the same thing, so in fairness, how do you not support the accuser of both? As you said, you did with RS, or you look for the silver lining for both, like you said you did for HW.
Yeah, that's Harvey Weinstein. And she continued saying that the only difference between the two of them is the color of their skin, and doesn't Harvey Weinstein have way more accusers? Now, my personal experience with you is you have watched me as a black woman be accused of being difficult for not promoting Precious, the movie, internationally for Lionsgate. And how are you for black women when you hear Tyler on audio saying I was right and he was going to speak up, but you or him still haven't said a word? When I was 16, I met you at your local show in Baltimore, and I told you I wanted to be just like you when I grew up, and you responded, you have to work really, really hard. Now, she concluded saying, my 16-year-old self didn't know that you in your silence in the face of wrongdoing will make my life harder. Now, lastly, please consider standing by the people who are right and not just, and I quote, the right people. I love you to life, Monique. Now, just so you know, Oprah has been facing heavy backlash over her interview with Michael Jackson's Leaving Neverland's accusers, and most recently, her inclusion in the Russell Simmons documentary, where a number of women who accused the music mogul of sexual assault was called into question. This is super messy. Monique is calling out Oprah. There seems to be, they seem to keep clashing. But do you feel like Monique has a point?
I think Monique lately has been speaking out about a whole lot of things that a fellow people are beginning to even block her. And this has been a back and forth with Oprah. And it's a statement people have been making about Oprah and what she's doing as regards the black race and the documentary. She eventually has pulled out of the Russell Simmons documentary, citing other things production-wise, not because of what people have been saying. But what Monique is just basically saying is, when it comes to the white people, you say we should not jump into conclusion. Then for the black people, even Michael Jackson that is deceased, you are interviewing those that are accusing Michael Jackson. Why not just do the same and interview people that are accusing Harvey Weinstein and stop saying we should not jump into conclusion? That's what Monique is just saying.
Okay, so I would say that Monique has a point. But the thing is, you know, there are people who don't have the right approach sometimes. And because Monique has been so outspoken these days, and people think that, well, she might be saying the right thing, she might be driving somewhere, but the way she puts the stuff together is not always well structured and all that. So that is for Monique. And I would say again that there is this thing about the more popular person. So if one person is more popular, people tend to like support that one, and they don't tend to listen to the less popular person, even when the less popular person has some points to make or to drive home. So, and you know that it's not only Monique who's accusing Oprah. And
50 Cent has done the same too.
And it goes a long way when you look back and you say, oh, when I met you, you said I need to work hard or harder, and then at the end of the day, you are the one who's like the problem right now, and they're going back and forth. Like, it's so disappointing when somebody was looking up to you, and at the end of the day, it's like that person is now. So
the way I see it, I feel like there are very different angles you can look at this situation from. I think Monique has a very strong point in calling out Oprah for saying, don't be hypocritical. The same amount of energy that you use to talk to the accusers of Michael Jackson, to interview them, to do a documentary that could defame such a world-class person, is the same kind of energy you should put into your friend. Because obviously they are friends, they have a relationship. Why are you not putting this energy in the same way? Why are you speculating that there is a rainbow in the clouds, there's a silver lining for somebody who has over 70 cases of sexual assault against him? I think that is where the pain is. People like Seal have also come to accuse her as well. They've posted it on his Instagram page. But here is the different parts of it that you can look at it from. John Legend's wife, that is Chrissy Teigen, also said, however, haven't we heard of different kind of things about ourselves? So they're saying the idea is we have all heard rumors about ourselves. Sometimes we believe it's not true. So maybe that is the angle that they're using to back up Oprah. So, I mean, it's a very messy situation, but Oprah needs to be very objective in this one and not sentimental. That's the way I see it.
We'll keep our fingers crossed. People should free Monique. Monique is just stating her. She's just
leave
stating
her
her
alone. Leave her, and please give her jobs.
Yes.
Give her jobs.
I actually like that. Please give her jobs.
Give her jobs. She's so hardworking. She's funny. I find that totally interesting. And to think that because
she's speaking her mind.
She's speaking her mind. Then they are now side. Oh God.
Okay. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the entertainment news. Right about now, it's time for a celebrity birthday shout out. Let's shout out today's popular celebrant. Yes, Nollywood actress Bimbo Ademoye turns 29 today. Lately, Bimbo Ademoye has been doing a lot of movies.
Yes.
Sugar
No,
Rush.
she has been doing a lot of movies for a minute, but I think she has lately been in the very big productions. Yes, and I think this 2020 is going to be a huge banging year for her.
Yes,
happy birthday to her.
That I really wish for her, because she's such an hardworking person, like a hardworking person. I say every time that she's super hardworking. Plus, she stays still, like.
All right.
Also celebrated today. Guess who is 46 today? Who? Yes, Nigerian actor, director, and politician Desmond Elliott.
What?
Sorry, Honorable Desmond Elliott.
Oh, wow, he's aging quite gracefully.
My mom calls him Babyface.
Yeah.
Babyface is in this movie.
And he still has it.
And I love how humble he is. I mean, he goes to a friend of mine's church. We see him all the time. He just feels like this regular person, but he's Desmond Elliott, and he's not even anybody's name, and you're just there calling Desmond.
Honorable.
Happy
birthday
to you.
Also, Nigerian actor Ricardo Agbo is also celebrating today.
Wow, happy birthday to him. Wow,
we had him on the set before. Happy birthday.
All right, guys, that is it on Celebrity Birthday Shout Out. Now, up next is Rewind. Oh, my goodness. Hey. Before we move on to Rewind, happy birthday to you out there that is celebrating. You know how I like to do.
A lot of people celebrating today, actually.
Yes, a lot of people are celebrating. So if you are celebrating, this is it. Mwah. A kiss from me to you. They didn't get it. I'll do it again. Now, up next is Rewind. Now, if you want to know about this day in entertainment history, watch this.
Let's rewind. On this day in 1924, George Kelly's play, Show Off, premieres in New York City. And in 1970, Patton, directed by Franklin J. Schaffner and starring George C. Scott, premieres in New York. It went on to win the Academy Awards Best Picture in 1971. And in 1977, rumors, the 11th studio album by Fleetwood Mac is released. It was the Grammy Album of the Year. And that's it on Rewind.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Right about now, it's time for Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and crazy moments on social media.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Already.
Let's get into this. What do we have right about now? So somebody put up this post and it says, so rats have started taking paracetamol. This country ad no be small.
What
so
is
that is
that
is paracetamol that people that is chopped. It's chop. And somebody now replied, if it's you that they are always trying to either poison or trap or knock with slippers, won't you have headache?
You see, the country is hard, so you reach the rats as well. Because even just common food, people will not live. You cannot even just allow small grains of.
You are trying to stone me.
You're not even still trying to poison them again.
My head is spinning me. Let's go and swallow paracetamol. I'm going to chew paracetamol.
I have a testimony. I don't have rats in my house.
Are you sure about that?
I'm very sure.
That means you must have a dangerous one that is chasing the rat away.
Yes, because who is chasing the rats away?
Always.
Because all the rats in Nigeria.
I got a cat eventually?
It doesn't have to be a cat. It can be something that looks like a cat, but in the afternoon it's different.
So you have that thing that's chasing the rat
Yes.
okay,
I worked so hard. I have to block everywhere.
I don't have rats.
So hard.
I don't have rats.
No, I worked so hard.
Block everywhere.
What did you do?
I blocked everywhere. And all that.
You're wicked. These rats, they are friendly.
Okay.
Be part of the growth of the economy.
The ecosystem.
Lassa fever.
No.
Okay.
So somebody put up this post. This is a guy and a girl, and of course they're on a date, I guess. And he said, the girl is asking, so tell me about yourself. And my guy just went straight. I'm not rich, but then the next slide.
You know,
the Nigerian girl.
No.
She don't jackpot. This is a Nigerian date.
She's not a Nigerian girl.
No.
Why are you being stereotypical?
Look at this. This is Nigerian girl.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to visualize this. A guy and a girl outside this country on a date, and the boy goes, I'm not rich, but I've got love for you. The girl will still stay and say, aww. Honey pot, Nigerian girl, will you stay and do,
I saw a short clip like that this girl got down from this car, alighted from this car, and then the guy was like, oh, I love you and all that. And I love your car first, and said, can I have your number? The girl said, no, because there was no car in view. And then the guy now went. You saw it.
I saw it.
You saw one very expensive, or Ferrari or something. The girl saw it and just changed and said, well, you can have my number. And then it got.
So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
You have to know what you want from life.
You see, Nigerian girls,
she's not wasting her time. You know, she's not about time wasters. If what she wants is not in front of her, move.
But being a gold digger is not anything.
It's your preference. It's your preference. Is it by force that we must struggle in life and be taking paracetamol?
Nigerian girls. Wow.
Now for you to see your face.
But the boy had love to give.
Oh,
anyways, let's just move on. So somebody put up this post, that is a spider. I said, what if the spider you killed in your home had spent his entire life thinking that you were his roommate? Ever think about that? No, you only think about yourself.
Oh,
you know the funniest thing?
Poor thing.
And this is what we were
so
saying
I
about
totally hate spiders. I actually behave ridiculous when I see a spider or a cockroach.
Freak out.
I freak, not just that I freak out, I give them their space. So if I see a cockroach in the bathroom, I'm probably not having my bath there. I'm like, you know what? Do you? I respect you. This is
don't let me know.
It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. Like, I even wake up my dad early in the morning because I have to shower and get to work. I'm like, please, there's a cockroach.
Come and kill it.
But you see ants. Like when I was trying to pour hot water this morning into like a bucket, there was an ant under it. Do you know I had to move the bucket so that the ants can survive? And that's the way you should think about this spider.
Like people like
it has life. Why are you looking at me like
your housemate, your roommate? You are nice. You are helping the ecosystem.
Exactly.
They love you.
Considerate. Thank you.
They love you.
Yeah. Animal lover. Hashtag.
Yeah.
People are always killing spiders.
That will carry slippers. Die. Leave my house.
No, I don't waste time.
No, I don't waste time
Just
again.
spray.
No, I don't waste time again when it comes to cockroach. So the thing is, I don't like the way they smell and how they look. So somehow, I don't know what kills them, but before I wake up in the morning, I'll just see them, I'll be laughing.
Cockroach.
It is
They are
spiritual.
devil's
It is
creatures. I don't
spiritual.
understand them.
You just wake up and see cockroaches.
So I think one of my
that
neighbors.
is killing your rats. That's the thing.
It's spiritual.
That's the same
The
thing.
thing should continue to help you.
So let's move on. Can you Sola put up this post and he says, why is my dad telling me about Mecca? Baba, Santorini leave me fellow.
Oh!
Ah, lo Mecca, Santorini.
Wow.
But
well.
Mecca is fine, Santorini is fine, so come on.
So the thing is, even if your dad tells you about Mecca, you can go to Mecca. Me, I like to travel. Though.
Maybe this person has seen Mecca finish. Like,
So is it Mecca this year? Mecca.
hey,
Honey, honey.
No, the thing is, no, I could go to Mecca and then I'll ask Baba again. Baba, have fun now. Santorini fish show.
So-
Like,
Daddy has why in Mecca.
when I leave the place, I'll just go to...
Let's just do Greece.
I'm sure it's because of the thing they do in Mecca.
Pilgrimage.
Yes,
Pilgrimage.
that's probably why the father wants him to go
But
there.
then he can say so now, like after going to Mecca.
You can still do your trip.
You should know how to...
Let's go to
Detour.
Israel.
that deal.
Let's go to Israel.
Yeah.
Israel, we'll stop by at Greece. Then Greece, we'll go to Santorini.
Wow.
So this is Popo from the Aki and Popo.
Oh my God, Papa.
This meme looking like, So he says, going to school, it's not even in the Bible. Are you sure we're not committing sin?
Think about it.
So that is Popo
So you don't
reminiscing.
So you see how people,
Like-
some people give themselves solace. So they're trying. He doesn't want to go to school. So he starts thinking about it. That don't you think?
No.
Don't you think?
You
But
see,
think about it.
they say that everything that happens in life, you can see an example in the
scripture.
Bible. In the scripture.
In the
Where
Holy
did
Quran
you see
and the
buildings
Bible.
being
You're
erected
not
with
serious.
notebook?
You don't
and
want
pen?
to. If any child tells me that, I will so. You.
That is a very intelligent child.
The child will now tell you,
Actually.
Auntie Honeypot, show me where it is.
I will say you to show me where it is in the Bible that you should stay at home and not go
But
anywhere,
then
not
again,
do anything.
but then
We
again,
can be
Jesus
moving- we can be
taught
moving
Work
on.
without faith
Jesus
without work.
taught people. Yes, on the mountain. I'll be on
Faith.
yeah.
ABC.
Faith
No.
without
Was it-
work is dead. I will say.
How did that one enter the picture now? Faith without work is wow.
She's going
She has
motivational
gone.
briefly.
She has gone to another
I'm
level.
going to blink.
I'm done.
Thank you so much, OJ. Okay, now we'll take a break and we will be back shortly with our guest. Stay here with us.
Mrs. Faith. Mrs. Faith.
Yes. Oh, Fireboy. I have the whole album, and guess what? I am so in love with every track right there. All right, thanks so much for staying here with us. And we told you that when we come back, we have our guest. Our guest is a friend of the house, a PR expert who knows any and everything about, this entertainment industry, and a movie producer too. Samuel, Big Sam Olatunji is in the studio, guys.
Like a celebrity or like a normal
Yeah,
person?
of course,
Well, let's
of
do like
course.
this. Let's do like this.
I like
Welcome.
this top.
Oh,
first.
thank you.
So
thank
fashionable.
you. Made in Nigeria by Lanre Lagos, actually.
Wow.
So did you say that you should come and market?
No, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm
No, ask what
promoting
are you
it.
wearing?
Made in Nigeria, actually.
Well, it's good to have you here.
Thank you. So good to be here on the pod, OJ and Amanda.
All
Wow.
right.
Hey.
So we have a lot of. We are going to roast you today.
Okay.
Beg us.
I used to do this. I used to roast a lot of people. Maybe
So-
maybe it's karma. Maybe it's karma.
All right, Big Sam. Let's start with you being a PR person and now a movie producer. And you've done a couple of you've produced a couple of movies right now. And we just want to know. What's the relationship here? You're the PR person. I know that you do PR for Toyin Abraham, Messi Aigbe sometimes, like a host of them, like a lot of them. And I really want to know how this actually translates to real work when you have to. Yes.
Okay, I think I would say I have communication inside of me. I say this all the time, that this is what I'm born to do. I'm born to do communication. I'm born to do media. And if you look at it, for those who study that in school, entertainment is part of it, media is part of it. and on the entertainment, you have management part of it. I don't think I can do anything outside of media and entertainment. This is what I'm born to do. Communication is my destiny.
Wow, that's deep. I love that.
Huge destiny.
Yeah. I love that totally. Now, is there a particular strategy or technique towards it? Because as a PR expert, I think it's it's a skill that a lot of entertainers or people in the media industry need. But for someone like you, you just go out, everybody just like, Big Sam, Big Sam. So is there a strategy to it?
Actually, this is one of the few times I'm in front of cameras. I mean, I'm not a front of camera kind of a person, and I don't think I want to be. There are days I live off Allen, so in those days I used to walk from my house to Ikeja Cinema just to go and see a movie, and I could do that because I'm not a celebrity. The day you become a celebrity, you can't do that anymore. I mean, the day you don't have money, you're already on the spot and everything. And by the way, I also do not think it's a smart thing for managers and PR people to struggle for spotlight with the people that they project. But based on what I'm doing at the moment, I have to be in front of camera. This is what business will call exigency. So it's business exigency. So after the affair, I go back to behind my camera. But I'm going to say this to your question. The Bible will say, "See thou a man diligent in his work, he would stand before kings." And what that means is that is going to get recognition. I've been here for a long time. I've done PR, I've done management for some of the biggest names, from Basketball to Motola to. You mentioned some people that lean heavily to Yoruba people. I just started working with Yoruba people in 2017. I don't work with them. They are not my friends, maybe except for Funke Akindele in those days, being Bottomos. Those were really the only friends I have in Yoruba industry. Never really worked with them. I'm never. Is
there a reason why?
Because the kind of money we started with, the industry could not afford it as at that time. I mean, yeah, I mean, in 2009, Mercy Johnson was giving me 500,000 every 3 months.
Okay.
So there was no Yoruba person that could do that at that time. So, I mean, then Funke had a breakthrough. Then Funke worked with me. Then Funke and I became friends. When she was in Unilag that time or so, when we kind of knew. Then over a period of time, she had a breakthrough among them, became friends, so she could afford us at that time. We started working together. But much more later, though, I kind of broadened it and said, you know what, maybe we should chill on the money and focus on building and developing people. And one of the people that you mentioned, interesting story. I've never said this on camera before, but I've said it to a couple of my friends. When the person came to me, the person came with Samsung, is it S6 or X7, and 2017, I can't remember which one was that time. And the person was still owing 150,000 on that phone. So, I mean, you were here to pay for 150,000, so how could you afford a Big Sam at that time?
Yeah.
So, but by that time, we'd broken down the vision and say, you know what, let's focus on building people more than the money. And as at that time, we could afford the basic needs of our own lives. So maybe find a way to build more people.
Talking about money, OJ, I would allow you to, I just want to take a cue from this. Talking about money, now that you have a very good relationship with almost all of these people, and then you have your own production, now when you want to do this, because I hear that there are cliques and there are some times that, well, these actors don't get well paid. So do you do this on paddy, you're my friend?
Never. It's so funny. I just finished directing a movie and my directorial debut, Deafi, and I will shock you to say that the cast money was 11 million.
Wow.
The money we give to casts.
So Big Sam, I used to ask too.
Yeah.
It's not I gave.
But you know, this year we are going to do. We are doing a lot of. I've said to people, I'll be involved more in video production this year.
That's fantastic.
Last quarter of this year, we'll be producing music videos for musicians. We just have a plan. So we have like 3-4 movies we have planned. I think March or April we'll be on location again. So what I plan to do. Again, spending 11 million on this one for all these big names. I don't think there's practically any major big name that is not in Deafi. But I'm not going to do that for the next production. Maybe we just spend those money, half of a quarter of that, or a small fraction of that on 2 major names, and every other person. Because you see, I said it this year that in our management company, we are going to build 4 new people, 4 girls, 1 boy. And we say, why 4 girls? Women make more money than men. So there's no point to spend all your energy on men. OJ, don't bother.
Private jet and...
Absolutely, absolutely. Look at it this way. The person that was in my office in 2017, owing 150,000 to balance for a phone, last year bought cars worth over 12 million. 2 years ago, bought a house of her own. Lives in a house of like 3.5 or 3.7 million per annum. I mean, just bought business tax ticket for a family now, about 3 million. I mean, that's the testimony. And let me say this, OJ, you see, the kind of investment you make in women that we eat over a period of time, in 2 years, the person has left debt and now living well. If you are going to do that for a guy, you are going to have to triple that effort.
Yeah, actually, I think that's
the way God created us to serve women. God will help us.
So, Big Sam. In fact, we have a lot of things to even talk about. So, we were talking about bleaching the other time.
Yeah.
And so we realized that, of course, it is very known to everybody that most of these actors bleach the women. In fact, some of the men too, or most of them, they bleach. And they say that because of the producers and directors, they want them light-skinned because somehow they are the ones who bring a lot of... Not to say that being naturally light-skinned is... I'm not being derogatory about this.
I think that's a lazy man excuse. It's a lie. It's a lie. Genevieve is dark skin.
Is it because you're light skin?
No, there are a lot of people that are in the industry that dark and are succeeding.
And Mercy at a point was #1 actress in Nigeria, dark skin. Same thing for Genevieve. I mean, these things don't... I was talking to Linda Osifo yesterday. Linda is dark skin and Linda is pretty. I mean,
so why do people feel pressure to bleach, especially in this industry?
It's a personal insecurity, really.
I love that answer.
It's a personal insecurity.
I would say the same.
You have to, I mean, look at it this way. Today, an actress reached out to me. Maybe this is not a fair thing to say on there, but I won't mention name. And the person was crying. And I said, why are you crying? And she said, this particular actress drives Benz. This person just bought a house in BGC or somewhere for 60 million. And I said, I met you in February last year. When I met you in February, you were living with somebody. This year, you have a house of your own. People want to live with you. You were not acting in February. You started acting like last quarter of last year, and you're already in 3 big cinema movies. You are on a set with established actor in Abuja now, and they paid you more than they paid some of those established actors. Okay, maybe there's a big Sam factor because I negotiated, but at least they paid you more. And I said, so why are you crying? I mean, point is, if I want to be motivational, life, devil want to put it in that you are disadvantaged.
Yes.
But within 1 year, it's not even up to 1 year. Look at what I mean, if it were a church now, they say, what a testimony. Look at what has happened to the person. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, you have black skin and you are like, you want to be like Amanda. Man, I don't even want Amanda. You don't know. I want that girl with the black skin. Oh, shit. So it's a personal thing, really. For me, I think is a okay, let me say this. One of my nicknames in secondary school was Red Bororo. I used to be light-skinned, and my face used to be very like this. And if you remember in agriculture, when they taught us different type of cattle, you remember Red Bororo, one of those. So my classmates nicknamed me Red Bororo. And all of a sudden, I'm no longer fair. It really doesn't take anything away from me. I'm still Big Sam. I mean, there are places I enter that people deal with me because I'm Big Sam, not necessarily because of my skin. Now, I am not saying do not pay attention to how you look, and I am not also against bleaching. If bleaching will help your life, please bleach. So, I mean, what I have issues with is if it's going to jeopardize your life, if it's going to give you health issue, I mean, you don't need to do some of those things. But the pressure that is the producer thing is absolutely not true.
Talking about production, let's talk about movies that you've been involved with.
Okay.
There was 7.5 Days.
Yeah,
and now your
directorial
debut, Afi. Tell us about all of these movies that you've...
Okay, I've always known that I would do something in movies. In 2003, I wrote a script called The Enoch, and I gave it to Said Balogun. I mean, I was a journalist that time, so I don't know what happened to the script that now. I just read Mieli Nesike's book, and I was very inspired. I mean, and I gave I wrote, and I needed to write a story that was that compelling, like Maze Novel. I don't know why we don't have Maze Novel. God bless that woman, so I wish I'd met her while she was alive. Then I gave it to Sai. Sai didn't do anything about it. I still have the story in my head, and I'm still going to do it in the future. Then I said, and I do a lot of entertainment journalism, I'm sure you know. Then 2016, I've left journalism like 5 years before then. I decided to go to a film school. Okay. Because I said, if I'm going to play in this business, let us play big. But you know, if you are going to play big, you need to also learn to start small. So I went to Tunde Kelani Film School. I was there for 60 days in Abeokuta. Then I left. Then in 2017, I started working with Toyin. Uche Jumbo is my very good friend. So sometimes I go to her house and sleep. So Uche will tease me, Sam, this movie you said you want to do since 5 years ago, when are you going to do it? I mean, she will say that all the time, that I'm sleeping over her now. So we just laugh about it. Then I met Toyin. Then Toyin said, Big Sam, let's do a movie together. And I said, okay. Then she came up with the story of the Ghost and the Tout. Okay, how much are we going to spend on this thing? Like 8 million. Of course, I was managing at that time. So I came up with some money. She came up with some. Then the click thing now worked. The click thing Onipo spoke about earlier. She could call somebody and say, James, you need 1 million, 2 million. I don't know how to do that. I just, let's do business and go. But I can say, oh, it's 2,000 I have. Can you take it? You can't take it. I move to OJ. OJ can't take it.
Well, people call that friendship currency, though. I think that's what you have.
It's also part of it. I mean, it's also part. I mean, there are people I do PR for. I've done PR for, I mean, somebody, Temitayo, and under 1 week, it was 10 million. And of course, and I've done PR for people that have 200,000.
Yeah, I've done PR for quite a lot of people. But we're going to check out Dear Afi right now. When we come back, we'll still have Big Sam with us in the studio.
Okay, thank you.
Guy, move. Mike, she doesn't even want to talk to you. I'll say it in Yoruba. It's called Alubama Jide. I feel leave, but me, no leave, no transfer. Your grip is hard on help me.
Wow. Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You just checked out a star-studded trailer of Dear Afi, directed by Big Sam right here in the building.
Is this how celebrities are supposed to do?
That's our start.
That's our start. Your directorial debut.
Yes, yes.
How do you feel, and how did this come about?
I mean, it made me appreciate the fact that movies about the director, really. You know, I did 7.5 Dates, and I absolutely love it. Then I realized that there were things I didn't provide when I financed 7.5 Dates. That maybe I should have provided it for the director. It's a lot of work. It's mentally exhausting. It was mentally exhausting for me because it was my first, and I was going to work with a top DOP that shot King of Boys, Wedding Party, Kasu and Kasu. And if you went to a Nigerian film school, they will tell you that you need to be careful of your DOPs because your DOPs can take over your set. I mean, all these cameramen are looking at me. That's how they are. So, and I was going to work with the top one. So I spent a lot of time preparing for the technical part of the movie. I was lucky I got professional actors that would need little or no time to get what I wanted to do. But it was mentally exhausting for me, and the fact that I had to source for the whole money myself. We spent over 30 million producing this film. So while on set, you ran out of money, then you remember that you know Oniport. Oniport, how you doing? Send me 2 million. I'll give you later just 2 million. Then you finish 2 million, you remember Amanda, I just need 500 from you. You don't have the kind of sugar daddy that Oniport to have. 500 is okay.
Wow.
So
Big Sam, thank you so much for coming. I mean, we absolutely love your honesty and your bluntness. And you're one of the very few people that have come and you have given us real facts and figures and you have told us real challenges.
People want to know how they can reach out to you.
Yeah, how can they reach out to you, please?
Official Sam Olatunji 1. Official Sam Olatunji 1.
Is the big man.
Official Sam Olatunji 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That has been Big Sam with us in the studio. And right here is where we call it a wrap on the first hour of the show. Now look forward to the entertainment news recap in case you missed the news earlier. Of course, our Wow Movies ticket giveaway, daily top 5, movies at the movies, and where are they now? See you at 1.
All right. right, so we've been having a wonderful time, and we do hope that you are having a good time too, because of course it is because of you that you're here. Welcome back to the second half of the show. It is now time to trade off in a minute or less, when one of us will vent on what's bothering him or her. So who's that person who has the problem?
I'm good.
I have a problem.
Tell us.
I have a problem with Nigerian girls. So why is it that when one boy asks you out on a date, this is 2020, why will a Nigerian girl now think it's still cool and good this age to carry her friends along?
This table that you are shaking is just shaking like this, almost broken.
Why?
That is
I want to go out on a date
rant.
with you. Let's get to know ourselves better. Let's just talk. Then I'm right there to pick you up, and I'm seeing other girls coming. Like,
Actually,
yeah,
it's nonsense.
she's bored at home, and she just...
And the worst part is you don't even ask. Assuming you even mention that I'm coming with a friend, though, it's even better.
Home, can she come along? No, you just come and, Kike is bored, though. She can follow us. Do you want me to say, no, Kike cannot follow us
Do you
now?
know who I'll blame? Our African parents. I'll tell you why. Because initially they started off this rule that when you're going on a date, you have to go with somebody for safety reasons, because there's safety in numbers. Then it now translated to, okay, and that person too needs to eat.
But I came
like
to
it, it's just...
You now eat, then you now say, you know why Fola did not follow us? We have to buy food for Fola.
I think these people would have to learn the hard way. That is, the dude would have to be mean at some point. So
then
if
you now lose your dates.
So the thing is, so be it, because if you're not going to lose that date, it's going to be a pain in the neck for you. So you have somebody who brings a lot of people to the house unannounced when you're married, and then you're faced with, and then they have to go back, and then they're asking you for a transport fare.
And then there are some men that like it. Some men feel very masculine when they're able to take charge. And if I do not have some men that will say, bring your friends along.
That's a different thing entirely.
It's the same thing.
This is a date. I'm getting to know this person, and you're carrying your friends along.
Because
so we can have some
some
certain conversations
in the car.
Definitely. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that whatever is good for you, your own poison, somebody else's meat. Another man feels very...
I think some people just like the friendship thing, you know, buying a show, a big calling, Tony, party, Tony, oh God.
See, 2020.
Is there a particular tribe that does this?
No, we're not doing that. Funny pot, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's actually my tribe, don't worry.
So people should stop 2020, please.
Oh, wow.
Please.
Stop. Okay, away from OJ's rant, moving on, it is time for a quick recap of the entertainment news.
Oh yes, and so we started with a remake of Nneka, the Pretty Serpent is in the works.
And of course, we talked about this one. Monique calls out Oprah Winfrey.
And that's it on the entertainment news recap. It is now time for us to give away some movie tickets to 2 lucky winners, courtesy of Wow Multi-Use Detergent. Now, if you can answer correctly any of the questions that we'll be asking you, you might just be one of the lucky winners. So call us. The numbers will keep popping up on the screen from time to time for the chance to win 2 movie tickets, which of course qualifies you for the raffle draw, which of course qualifies you to win a brand new car.
Don't just go straight.
Okay, sorry. Which of course qualifies you to win a laptop bag, a laptop, a washing machine. What's before the car?
Gift packs.
Hamper.
Yeah.
And then?
A lot of detergents.
Okay, and then? And then a brand new car.
And see how happy I was when you started. I was like I'm the one winning. So we have to go on this commercial break, and we'll be back. Stay here with us.
Yes, Joe Boy, all for you. Yes, it's still a WOW giveaway, tickets giveaway. And of course, we have a caller on the line. Hello, Eunice, what's good? Hello?
Hello?
What's happening?
I'm fine.
Are you ready to win our ticket today?
Yes.
Eunice, you don't sound excited. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey.
I like it.
Oh my gosh.
So what image is on the WOW pack?
Sir?
What image is on the WOW detergent pack?
A cloth image.
Should I give you options?
Yes.
Okay, A, clothes on a drying line. B, a t-shirt that reads WOW. C, a bucket of water and WOW soap.
A cloth on a dry line.
Eh?
A cloth on a dry line.
You know what, Eunice?
Yes.
Should I tell you something?
Yes.
You're correct!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Eunice, come and collect your tickets before I use them. Oh.
Hurry up, oh.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Congratulations, Eunice. Wow, she studied her wow.
Yes, she did. Interesting.
Yeah.
I know this is what we tell people, like before you just do your research, and these questions are not even hard. And at the end of the day, if you win a car,
No. If you win a car, you must still give us that 10%.
how now? Like the mirror.
I've been talking about my
or-
10% since.
Is it
now.
from the mirror or the...
Are you the Lord? I
I
save
don't
you.
know. Maybe she'll do 10 trips from my house to the office.
Okay,
for
okay.
free.
You have turned Eunice or whoever wants to cab driver.
But guys, you have to keep calling because we still have tickets to give away. And of course, this qualifies you to the raffle draw as well. So what are you waiting for? I mean, don't say we didn't do anything for you. It's quite easy. We ask you one question. If you get it right, you get a ticket. Or is it 2 tickets?
2 tickets.
2 tickets,
Two tickets,
actually.
because we-
So you can have a date.
Ooh.
We don't have for the extra person, as Ojo was talking about.
Okay. The ticket is 2. If you're going to carry Kike or Lola, they'll pay for their...
Apart from you and the other person.
So call in, you get a chance to win tickets, and of course, you will watch any movie of your choice at the
Amazing.
Ikeja City Mall, Ikeja Cinemas, Silverbed Cinemas, Ikeja City Mall. Yes, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Chilek.
Yes, what's happening?
I'm good.
Are you ready to win the tickets today?
Yes, I'm ready to win my ticket.
Chinex. Okay, now the question is, how many times is WOW mentioned in the WOW commercial? Tick, tock,
What do you
tick.
say?
How many times is WOW mentioned in the WOW commercial? Should I give you options?
Yes.
A, 5, B, 13, C, 10.
Wow.
Wow.
Very well. Do you know it?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Which is 5 times.
5.
Oh, sorry.
Chinex.
You actually missed that.
Wrong.
Next
Anyways,
time.
you can still call back and try if you can get it right. Too.
Why? Because of men's power. Guys, we're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, it will still be the WOW ticket giveaway, so stick around for that. Oh, wow. Welcome back to the show. I mean, it's always exciting right here on Entertainment Splash, and we're doing something exciting, even more exciting. We're giving away 2 movie tickets to lucky callers. I don't know how many more. And then we already have another call. Wow, fantastic.
Omotala is here from Ikotsu. Hey, Omotala, how you doing?
yeah, I'm fine.
All right, good to know. So are you ready for your question?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, right away. How many pack sizes, including the bar soap, does WOW come in? A, 6, B, 7, C, 8.
7.
Are you sure?
7.
Or you want to change your mind?
7.
Congratulations. He's so sure of himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have your tickets right here. Just come over and get your tickets, okay? Thank you so much, Omotola.
Omotola and Eunice, you on fire.
Fire.
Just give it to us.
I was even
Okay.
saying that you want to change your mind. You have
It's
the
like,
opportunity.
no.
oh.
Otola knew that, no. You
like,
cannot
you
scatter
cannot
it for
change
me.
my
You this
mind.
dear invigilator. 7. Are you sure? 7.
I'm very, very sure. Oh, wow. I think we still need one more caller.
Yes, sir.
And
We
let's
still
see.
need one more caller. If not, I'll use your ticket to go and watch any movie of my choice.
Wow.
Wow.
Because I have a lot of movies.
How about me? You're going to be sharing with me.
Who you
Should
take
I-
along
should-
with
should-
you?
eh?
Who you take along the second ticket?
Me, myself, and
Me?
I.
Me.
Me, myself, and
What
I.
have Nigerian girls done to you?
Because they will come with extra dates.
Sha.
I'll think about
You'll
it.
think
if you
about
will not
what?
come with your sister.
You're not serious. You were
or
just
that-
complaining about
Or
something.
that your cat that is a
No, that's something else in the afternoon. Oh,
so
wow.
feel free to call in.
Cats.
All right, I think we have a call. Emmanuel. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Emmanuel. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so the question is, how many times is wow mentioned in the wow commercial? A, 12 times. B, 10 times. C, 13 times.
12 times.
Sorry?
12 times.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Kingoje, what's the answer?
That's
Sorry. You are very close, but that's not it.
Amanda.
Sorry.
Emmanuel, sorry. Emmanuel wanted to pull that stunt off. Are you sure? Yeah, 7. It's
Better
not
luck
it.
next
You did
time.
not know
Yeah.
what. Oh, you did not answer. I'm
no,
sorry.
So, call back.
It's just a pity in cases like this. Almost answer, shall not the answer.
Why are you giving exposure?
Kai.
What kind of teacher is this one?
Kai.
Almost can be anything.
Almost can be
Almost cannot
one
be.
before
Can be
or one after.
Exactly, or 2 before, 2 after. Or even 3 before, 3 after.
No, that cannot be almost.
All right, guys, keep calling for a chance to win movie tickets. We already have Eunice that has won, and Omotola as well. They are going to gather their tickets.
And of course, alongside people that have won tickets in the past, Princess and the rest of them. Yes, we have another caller on the line. Oluwakemi was good. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hello, Oluwakemi.
Hi.
All right, so talk to us. What color does the wow pack predominantly come in? A, blue. Okay.
Sorry, let me allow you say the option.
Oh, because I think you were going to just give me the answer.
No, please say the option.
Okay, so A, blue. B, black. C, white.
B, black.
Hey, are you sure?
Are you sure, Kemi?
I'm extra sure.
And you know that this one is very simple, eh? You have to thank you. All right, you won.
Wait. Oluwakemi, wait. Who are you going with on a date?
See your business.
Are you
I
begging
didn't get
stylishly?
that.
Who are you going? So you've won 2 tickets for
Yes.
yourself and somebody.
Are you
On
begging?
my day, of course.
Thank you!
This one begging was begging stylishly.
Hey,
That's how you do it.
Oluwakemi, we can
Kemi,
scatter everything.
Well done. Congratulations. Don't worry, your ticket is safe. OJ will not take your ticket. Thank you so much for calling.
Indeed. And thank you all for participating. Daily Top 5 is up next. That's my favorite, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
wow.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Right about now, it's time for Daily Top 5.
Hey.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, some of us may or may not realize that our favorite actors are the voices behind some of the epic animation films we absolutely love. So today we're talking about 5 voices behind popular animation. Number 1 on our list is Tom Hanks. Yes, Toy Story, from Toy Story. Tom Hanks was the voice behind the animation character Woody in the film Toy Story, which was released in 1995. Woody was a pull-string cowboy doll who was Andy's favorite toy. And this is a cartoon animation that I absolutely loved then. And of course, when they did part 2, part 3, I still love it.
Okay.
So Tom Hanks as the voice of Woody.
Well, I enjoy the voice, and I like the fact that, you know, these toys actually tell you what happens like in real life.
Yes.
So they had a reunion, and then they were now discussing about, you know, how you want different things from life and all that. And then with a voice that delivers, and then when
That is, and it's not easy.
You know, I'm a huge animation lover.
Yes,
so
I know,
I've
right?
been following Toy Story from Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and the final 4th one. And I know Tom Hanks was very emotional when he had to say goodbye to his Woody character. See, kids, American kids, Nigerian kids, kids all over the world have this Woody character. The other one,
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Light, and the rest, and they look so much. It's so much impact that the animation has, and 25 years of history in this thing. Like, he was talking about how emotional he was to finally say goodbye to this character. And he's also making me a bit emotional as well, because
Talking about the Toy Story character. let's check out this clip of Toy Story. To infinity
And beyond!
and beyond.
How emotional when they said bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now let's move on to the second one, and that is Queen Latifah, Ice Age. Queen Latifah was the voice cast behind the character Ellie and the mammoth in the Ice Age, the Meltdown and Ice Age Dawn of the dinosaurs. And well, Ellie the mammoth was under the delusion that she was
a possum. A very, very interesting animation as well. There are 3 types of Ice Age, I believe. Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, parts 1, 2, and 3. So in the first one, there was the male mammoth. Now in the second character, that's when they introduced Queen Latifah because he was looking for a soulmate. But the thing that is so funny about this character is she believes she's a possum. A possum is as small as a rat, and she is as huge, she's bigger than an elephant. But she thought she was as small as a rat. So it's teaching you life lessons there where you have so much talent, you have so much potential, but you keep downgrading yourself. And they put that lesson, that life lesson in a very funny, light-hearted approach. It's fantastic. You know what, guys? Let's just check it out. Ice Age.
Stick together.
I mean, you can't see a better combination with this one. A dinosaur, the one that looks like a tiger, but it's not. It's a saber tooth or something like that.
It's a tiger.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Oh, let me just stop talking.
Oh, wow.
Moving on to the third person, the voiceover actor on our list, Ellen DeGeneres. In Finding Nemo. Now, Ellen was the voice behind the character Dory in Finding Nemo, which was released in 2003. And Dory was a regal blue tank with short-term memory and in search of his missing son, Nemo. Oh, wow. I mean, absolute favorite.
So Ellen did the voicing of this one?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Nice, because he's a man. Like, he's a man it's a male character rather. And she's there and she just pulled it off so easily. And I was reading an interview where the screenwriter was saying that when he was actually writing the script, he actually had some short-term memory in it.
Oh, wow.
Because the character has short-term memory. So he keeps looking for his sword and then along the line forgets what he's doing. And then he was saying he was watching Ellen and she said something like 5 times and he's like, that's the person. That's the person.
That's the person. She forgets in real life. She can actually voice this thing for us.
Yes, and the fact that I think that Ellen would have actually enjoyed doing this.
She does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know the reason I said so? Because, I mean, Ellen is just full of life and then she can take up
she's comical as well.
She's comical. And she mimics people too. So I mean, it's not coming as a surprise that she pulls this.
Yeah.
Yes, talking about Finding Nemo. Let's check this out.
The lovers
yes,
of
sir.
cartoon.
Welcome back. Yes, Finding Nemo.
Like, I'm so happy right now. What? I've watched this one as well. It's my favorite. Like, let's just move on.
Number 4 on our list, ladies and gentlemen, is Will Smith from Shark Tale. Yes, Will Smith was the voice behind the character Oscar in Shark Tale, which was released in 2004. Oscar was a slacker and blue streak cleaner worker in the whale wash of Reef City who wanted to be rich, but his schemes always failed.
Ooh,
Will Smith
killed it.
Without reading the cast, I just knew when I heard the voice of Oscar in Shark Tale. I said, this is Will Smith. You know, there are some voices you will just hear.
Recognize,
I
know, right?
This has to be this person. This has to be this person. And I love this character in this particular animation.
He gave life to a fish.
Yes.
He gave expression. He gave swag to a fish. Like, it's only Will Smith that can do that. Honestly speaking, like, as in, I can't even picture somebody else doing that.
You're talking about voicing, you know it's not easy.
It's not.
Like, you're just reading a script and you're just voicing with the emotion. Oh, and then it goes, and it goes, and it goes. Oh, no, I can't do this anymore. And you are just reading it.
Wow.
It's not easy. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about Shark Tales, this is Shark Tale. And Oscar did not really slay the shark.
How was he even supposed to slay? Look at how tiny he is. And he said he's a shark slayer.
He lied.
He lied.
All these are so interesting. I just love. Now, let's talk about Angelina Jolie, Kung Fu Panda. Angelina Jolie was the voice cast of the popular animation Kung Fu Panda. She was the character Master Tigress in the 2008 film. Master Tigress was ill-tempered, a South China tiger, and the leader of the Furious 5. So, like, see, it's already interesting.
That beauty playing this character.
Like,
no, it's not even about the beauty. That this character is mean. This character is very fierce.
This
character
what I meant.
is something. Is a fighting character. So when Angela Jolie put herself into this role, I didn't even guess that it was her. I actually assumed it was actually a black actress.
Oh,
honestly
really?
speaking, stereotypes aside.
Yeah.
And then when I found out that it was Angela Jolie, I had a newfound respect for her, because that means she was able to throw herself in a different light, because her own personality is usually she's usually badass but soft spoken. You know. So that's a great one. Let's check it out. Kung Fu Panda.
Still digesting, so my Kung Fu might not be as good as some excuse right there.
What? It's such a super exciting Daily Top 5 that we had here today. But that's it on Daily Top 5. Up next is Movies at the Movies, and we have the duo of OJ and Honeypot. So stick around for that exciting.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, thank you for staying with us. Right now, it's time for Movies at the Movies, where we'll make your decision going to the movies easier by telling you what movies you should see. Yes, we'll start with this one in Nollywood. Yes, this one is titled Smart Chops. Yes, Inkita, an Afro dancer at a bar, catches the attention of Casper, an uptight business mogul. Casper pays for a weekend of private entertainment, but things don't go as planned because of Inkita's self-esteem and Casper's totalitarian attitude. This causes sparks to fly. At the time they let their guards down, the spark turns to fireworks. Actors in this movie include Kristen Paul, Cynthia Ebije, Florence Kicha, Lolo Motunde, Ise Ikpe Etim, Rachel Okonkwo, Sophia Alakija, and Toyin Abraham.
This guy come now. I want to go by my phone. Oh,
let's pause it.
If you don't get Nikita here by 8 a.m. tomorrow,
I will correct you whenever.
Very interesting one indeed, and I think Chika Ike produced this one, and I've been seeing a lot of, you know, teasers right there, and they've been going to the cinemas, asking people to come along, Lolo, Inse, and all of these people.
A star-studded one. So is that a thing right now in the Nollywood scene, that when you want to push out your movie, you have to get like everybody in the movie?
So I think it's the strategy, as you said, but the thing again is that sometimes you know that we get tired of all of these people at the same time in the same movie, and then another person is going to create another movie, and then you see all of them again. So I think they should just be trying out the new people, as we have been seeing some of the new people in some of the movies that you have been talking about here, and they always do well at the end of the day.
I love the title of this one, and of course the storyline, and of course Chika Ike has been putting things up on a social media page. Yes, I was once a small chops before. Everybody was once a small chops before. Well, we'll definitely look up for this one.
I like the fact that in small chops, like the potpourri, so you have the puff-off, you have the samosa, you have different stuff. And so, and Lola said that she is the puff-off.
Hey,
wow. Okay. All right, now let's move on. And here is Efunshetan Aniwura, the true story of Efunshetan Aniwura, who lived in the 1800s. She was one of the most powerful and influential Yoruba women in Nigeria. She moved to Ibadan after her marriage to Ajani. The story details are triumphs, and eventual fall from grace. The star-studded cast includes Adunni Ade, Alexis Sifo, Binta Ayomogaji, Clarence Chukura, Ebun Oloyede, Funmi Holder, Jaye Kuti, Wale Elesho, and Yemi Sholade. Take a look.
Rakeke, you are pregnant.
Chukura on that one, Efunshetan Aniwura. And to think that this is a true life story, this is an adaptation of Akinwumi Ishola's play, and it's historical. As you know, we said that it was like in the 1800s that this happened, and that Efunshetan Aniwura, you know, was the second Iyalode of Ibadan, and she had a lot of things to her, like a trials and all that, and she gave, you know, such wicked punishments to people at the end of the day. And did you see when Clarence Chukura was saying, "You're pregnant"?
They just look at you. You're pregnant. I love movies like this. You know, I'm a fan of we telling our stories. And of course, this adaptation of the book that you talked about is a movie I'll definitely want to watch. It's star-studded. Binta Ayomogaji is in it, who I love. Shola Fosudu is in it.
The cast is beautiful.
Yes, Clarion Chukura, as usual, a great actor. I know, this is one I would definitely love to watch.
I would really like to watch this. I look forward to seeing this.
Yes, moving to Hollywood. Yes, this one is titled Like a Boss. Yes, two friends with very different personalities run their own beauty company, Mel and Myers. Though one is more practical while the other wants to earn a fortune quickly and live a lavish lifestyle. Things take a turn for the worse when their company runs into debt, forcing them to turn to a corrupt benefactor who intends to steal the business out of under them. Yes, the two must address their differences to save their business. Actors in this movie include Tiffany Haddish, Rose Byron, Jennifer Coolidge, Billy Potter, and Salma Hayek.
You gonna give us our company back.
Flip it, drop it, shake it, pop it. Flip it, drop it, shake it, going down for real.
I would express more.
Haddish,
Like a boss.
Like a boss, and then you have Billy Potter. And
dramatic person.
You know, we're talking off air about how Tiffany Haddish is just stereotyped already, or typecast.
Yes.
Yeah, typecast. That's what they call it.
So thinking about that, I'm now thinking, will I want to see Tiffany Haddish playing something else? It will look awkward.
So maybe being typecast is just good sometimes.
Well, anyways, I'll definitely want to watch this movie Like a Boss. Sadly, Internet Movie Database is rating this one 4.5 over 10. For now, I do not know why. It's star-studded, and maybe with time.
Maybe with time, but that's a very poor one because it's not even average.
Yeah. Well, with time, I guess. But that will not stop me from watching it, ladies and gentlemen.
It won't stop me from watching it too. Amanda.
So what would you like to watch? Which movie would you like to watch?
So, I mean, I have already watched Like a Boss.
Fly.
And I loved it. I'll recommend it. I'm very surprised that you said IMDb saying 4.5 over 10. I can think that it's probably because of the storyline. You know, they didn't push any romance. It was more of best friends. I mean, I don't want to give it all away. Between two ladies. So the usual romance you see. But I think Tiffany Haddish killed her character. And I absolutely love it. In fact, I think I will want to watch it again. That's how much I liked it. Yeah.
I like the fact that you're saying that, and let's be hopeful that maybe the rating would just move up as time goes on.
All right, guys, thank you so much for that, Honeypot and Kingo J.
Yes,
it is now time for Where Are They Now? Let's take a look to find out which actor we are talking about today.
It's Where Are They Now? Folashade Omoniyi. Nollywood actress Folashade Omoniyi, popularly called Lekwashandi by her fans, after her lead role in the movie by the same title. In an interview, the actress disclosed how she went off the acting scene because of a wrong advice she took from a colleague. And also, in 2012, she got married to her Dublin-based boyfriend, Dayo David Adewale, and has since been minimal on the movie scene due to her spending quality time with her family. Hopefully, we see her on our screen soon. Now you know where they are now.
Lekwashandi.
I know.
And so much on the screen.
You know, so many years ago, and she was looking that good and that gorgeous.
And she still looks good.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's been married and she's still with her husband. And I like that good story, you know, every now and then when we take stories like that.
Very different from all the Nollywood breakups.
Yes,
I'm happy to hear of that. Now we know where she is.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, it's a wrap on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Hope you enjoyed every bit of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we did.
Right about now.
Animation.
Yes. Right about now, it's time for us to say our BYE. For myself, yours sincerely, King OJ. Honeypot, your girlfriend next door. Amanda, a.k.a. Dara.
Yeah, you got it right. You got it right.
We say be at peace with yourself, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Where the gang is going to be here. Okay?